Especially over there. Here you go, Greg. Yes.
I must say a pleasant good morning. We're here at Butterfly World, as popularly known in South Florida. Sample Road and the Turnpike. It's a cloudy day. Outfield it's a little wet, but as usual in South Florida we play cricket in different condition. It's South India and Atlantic CC always in the final, and South India had won the toss. Make that Atlantic had won the toss, so put South India into bat. The score is now 29 for 1 after 5 overs. You got Soju and Abhilash, who is at the crease at the moment. The bowlers so far is Powell and Diego Jones. Umpires who is officiating today is Hartley and Brown. Vincent Hartley and Vincent Brown. So it's Diego Jones who is bowling his 3rd over, which is the 6th over of the game. It's a 20 over game. The umpire decided that they would not reduce the overs. So we hope to have a good day of cricket. At some good pace here coming from Jones. Ball is carrying through, good height to the keeper. Ashman, who is behind the stumps. That should be a wide signal by the umpire. Push the score to 30 for 1. They are in the 6th over. As you know, the past week there was an Hurricane Ian. I understand that they did quite a bit of damage on the West Coast. On the West Coast, also up in Tampa. And right now, South Carolina is getting a lot of flooding. My prayers goes out to each and everyone who got affected by the Hurricane Ian. So another single to the total. Push the score to 31 for 1. That was a good ball. I showed you just plays that with a dead bat fielded by Priyantha. Just about 29 minutes after the hour from 10 o'clock. We are here at Sample Road, Butterfly World. Wow, that's a good ball. Beats the keeper, beats the batsman, beats the keeper, and went to the boundary for 4. And at the end of the 6th over, the score is 35 for 1. That should be 4 by. So there could be a change of bowling. Umpire signal that the power play is over. Priyantha, who's got the ball in hand, now he's took his hat off, so he should be bowling from the southern end. $35 for 1, South India took first strike in a 20 over final against Atlantic.
3. That's 3.
It's a good day for cricket. It's a bit cloudy. Earlier we got a little rain, but not enough to stop the game. That one was played square of the wicket, was misfielded, but retrieved and returned back to the bowler. Just get it returned to the keeper. $36 for 1. Priyantha to Soju. That one he hits over cover, should go for 4. Yes. One bounce in the fence for 4. Signaled by the umpire Hartley. Score moves to 40 for 1. Played and miss outside the off stump by Soju. Soju is in 4 from 8. Abhilash is in 15 from 17 with 2 4s. 40 for 1, South India. That one was played squared off the wicket. They go for 1. It could go for 4. It's running, but the field is pretty slow, so it's just stopped. And the batsman picks up 2. And push the score to, should be 42 for 1. That one was played right in the covers to the fielder. They decide to take a run. It was a throw at the stumps, but misses. And the batsman is home safe. Score moves to 43 for 1. Priyantha sporting the number of 16. That one was played beautifully. In the third man area, they get 1. They're coming back for the second. And because the outfield is pretty wet, they just were able to pick up 2. So at the end of the 7th over, score is South India 45 for 1. Abhilash is on 17 from 18 balls with 2 4s, and Soji is on 7 from 11 balls. 1 4. Current run rate is 6.4. Projected score is 129. Current partnership 17 from 19 balls. So while we're back live here at Butterfly World, South India 54 for 1 after 9 overs. South India up against Atlantic CC. We're in the final. You got Soju is in 12, while Abhilash is in 20 of 21. You got Ravel, who is bowling from the northern end, or I could say the Sample Road end. That's just a single by Soju. Score is 56 for 1. Swing to the leg. That one was beautifully stopped in the covers by Priyantha. $56 for 1. And one was played down to long on for a single. And that one was a good shot, but umpire says is it not out? Yes, umpire says not out. It's the end of the 10th over, and I think they'll be taking a break. South India 57 for 1 and they're 20 overs against Atlantic CC. We're here at Butterfly World. Abhilash is on 21 and Soju is on 14. Current partnership is 29 from 38. Ravel, who bowled 2 overs, no maiden 6 runs. Priyantha 2 overs for 16. Edwin was opened the inning with Abhilash. Was bowled by Powell for 13. Abhilash is in 21 from 23 balls, and Soju is in 14 from 24 balls. 9 extras, 57 for 1, South India. They'll just take a break, so they should be back in a short while. Stay tuned.
Attaboy! Attaboy, George, attaboy! Hey, good feet. Good feet.
So while we are back live after the water break, South India decide to step it up a notch. Priyantha, who started the bowling from the south. So Soldier is now on 22 off 27, while Abhilash is on 21 from 23. The score is 65-1, South India. We're in the final. We're here at Butterfly World. Priyantha sporting the number 16. That was a hard hit in the covers. It went through the hands of the number 2 fielder in the covers, but that was a bullet that picks up 2. That one was played straight back. The batsmen were able to go through for a single. Fielded by number 66. The score moves to 67-1. So at the end of the 11th over, score is 69-1, South India. So it's Priyantha who is operating. He's in his fourth overs. South India 85 for 1. Swing and miss.
Bowling free.
Sojo, who is in 38 off 35. 3 6s, 1 4. That's what he plays in the covers. Oh, it's Priyantha. Wow, batsman swings and get to edge. Went down to the boundary for 4. That one is in the air. It should be out caught, but no, it's I could see the fielder there was spinning around, which means that he was out of reach of that ball. At the end of the 13th over. South India 93 for 1. Sojo is on 45 off 38. 2 4s, 3 6s. And Abhilash is on 25 from 27 balls with 2 4s. South India 93 for 1 after 13 overs. So it will be a change of bowling from the north. It's a change of bowling from the north is Adrian. Will be bowling the 14th over. Outside the off stump, umpire signals wide. That was a good length ball, but just a little too wide by the bowler, Adrian. Wow, that was a good ball. It was a much slower ball. Right in the black hole. The batsman had just dropped his bat on it. That one was played down to long on, and there's a misfield. It went into the boundary for 4. That one was hit down to long off. Batsman picked up a single. That should brings up the 100 for South India. That one was playing the covers. It should get 4. Yes, it runs away in the fence for 4. So Soji had just reached his 50, and the score is 105 for 1, South India. Swing and miss outside the half stump. The keeper had fumbled just a little, so they went through for a bye. And it will be another change of bowling from the south. It will be George. I don't know if he's the brother of Adrian. George Trail, Adrian Trail. That was a good ball, good start there for George. Right on the stumps, good length, batsman gets a single, played it down to long off. That could be out caught. No, it went over. Priyantha, who was there at long on, could not need about 2 more feet. To make it a catch. And that should be another 6. So while they're making some adjustment to the field, to be George again into bowl. So when he played it down to fine leg, it picks up 2. While the score moves on to 121 for 1. Swing down the leg side, so umpire signal the wide. That was a bullet back past the bowler for 4. That was an expensive over from George. South India now 129 for 1. Avalash is on 45 from 34. 3 4s and 2 6s. And Soju is in 56 from 43. 4 4s and 3 6s. South India 129 for 1. They're in the final against Atlantic. We're here at Butterfly World at Sample Road. Just looking across, you'll see the turnpike over there. It's pretty busy with the cars going by. Just behind the umpire, you got Sample Road. Umpire Vincent Brown. That one was played back past the bowler for a single. That could be out. No, it's not. Umpire signals 4. That was a good hit there by Soju went in the fence like a bullet past the fielder down there at Langoff. Score is 130 for 1 South India. Make that 134, my mistake. Soju is in 60 or 44. And he's out caught. That was a good ball. Swings and they get a thin edge. And that was a good catch there by the keeper. So South India had lost their second wicket. South India had lost their second wicket. Soju caught by Andrew, bowled by Adrian for 60. South India 134 for 2 going up against Atlantic. So Abhilasha just completes 50. South India is now 146.42. So at the end of the 17th over, South India 148.42 against Atlantic CC. Make that 148.42. Abhilasha is in 52 from 39, and Anisor is in 8. That was a French cut, as they would call it. They picks up 2. It's a swing and a miss down the leg side. Umpire signals a wide. That was played down to Langon for a single. That should be 6. That's another 4 signaled by the umpire. While India is in the 18th over, they just decide to Set it up a notch. Score is 163 for 2 after 18 overs. South India on the sides and 21 from 9, 1 4 and 2 sixes. Abhilashu is on 53 from 40, 4 fours, 2 sixes. Adrian Trail 3 overs for 38, 1 wicket, and George Trail 2 overs for 31, no wicket. Projected score at the moment is 181. It's a current partnership of 29 from 16. The current run rate 9.1. South India 163 for 2. They're in the 18th over. So it will be Raval who was the opening bowler. That was a good shot. Just batsman just comes across on the offside and plays it down to fine leg for 4. Abhilash moves on to 57. And he bowled him. He advanced down the wicket and missed and get his mid and leg stump knocked out. So India had lost their 3rd wicket for 167. They're in the 19th over. Abhilash, who made 57 from 42 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. So it's Rachapa Wajain Anisar. Wow. He bowled him. I think it had surprised the bowler also, because that ball went through and also beats the keeper. But it had just knocked the outside of the off stump and were able to pick the bails off. So India had lost their 4th wicket for 167, South India. So it's Jason Ozay. And he's there. Now we're gonna try to stop the hat-trick. Swings out to mid-wicket for a single. That should be 6. That was a good hit there down the mid-wicket for 6 by Anasaur. You're in the 19th over. And that should be out caught. No, it spilled there by, I think that's Priyantha. Just make a boo-boo of that one. And the batsman get a single at the end of the 19th over. The end of the 19th over, the score is 175 for 4, South India. We're in the final with Atlantic CC. We're here at Butterfly World, Sample Road and Turnpike. Yes, this is South Florida. So we got the last over, be bowling by Diego Jones. And that's run away to the fence for 4. Umpire signals a bye. That's some good bowling there by Jones. That was a top edge for 4 at fine leg. And that was the 20th over. Score is 191 for 4, South India. So the score reads Edwin 13, Abelish 57, Soju 60, Anusar 40, Rakapa is 0, and Jose is 9. Got 20 extras, 191 for 4. Powell had bowled 3 overs, no maiden, 18 runs, 1 wicket. Jones 4 overs, 25 runs, no wicket. Priyantha 4 over, 36 runs, no wicket. Ravel 4 overs, 33 runs, 2 wickets. Adrian Trail 3 overs, 38 for 1, and George Trail 2 overs, 31, no wicket. So at the end of the 20th over, the South India is 191 for 4. Atlantic will be coming back to try to overhaul the score. So while we're taking a break, we should be back in a short while. Stay tuned. So while we're about to start the second half of the first T20 final against South India and Atlantic. South India had made 191 for 4 in their 20 overs. So it's Atlantic who will be replying. So it's Powell and Stefan who will be opening the batting for Atlantic. We'll be chasing down 191. So it will be Jason Ozay who will be bowling the first over from the southern end, sporting the number in his back of 6. This Powell will be taking first strike. First ball. It's down the leg. There was an appeal. Down the leg against, umpire signals a wide. That's a loud appeal, but there was a bat on pad. Swings outside the off stump and misses, went through to the keeper. Just about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. That's some good catching there by the keeper. There was an appeal for caught behind, but umpire signaled that it came off the pads. That was a good ball. Started outside off stump and comes back into the batsman. That was a good shot in the covers. Obviously they throw it at the, could say the wrong end, because Powell is limping quite a bit. If they had thrown it to that end, they would put some pressure on him for him to pick up the pace. So Atlantic, after the first over, is 3 without loss, chasing 191 for 4 made by South India.
Button free, button. Shot free. Button three, good shot, good shot.
So while we return live, Atlantic CC is 18 for 2, chasing a total of 191 made by South India. We are in the final. We are here at the Butterfly World in Pompano, Florida. You got Powell and Priyantha, who's at the crease at the moment. So after 6.2 overs, Atlantic CC's 20 for 2. Powell 4 from 9 and Priyantha 7 from 17. That should be a wide signal by the umpire. That's another wide signal by the umpire. That was a good comeback there by Anasaur. Priyantha just gently placed that just a little past the bowler on the leg side and picks up a single. Score moves to 21-2. That was a good ball.
Good ball, Annie. Good ball.
Started on the off stump and just swings away to the off, on the offside. So the current run rate is 3.4. That one was played down to long off for a single. Score moves on to 23-2. The current run rate is 3.3, but the required run rate is 12.8, so it's getting quite a bit high for Atlantic. Swings outside the off stump. That's the end of the 7th over. The score Atlantic 23-2, chasing a total of 191 for 4 made by South India. Well, that's 4 there by Powell. Wiley need to get a lot more like that because the run rate is gone up to 13.1, the required run rate. So Atlantic is 28-4-2 after 7.4 overs. That was a good shot over covers, but there's a sweeper. So they only picks up a single. So at the end of the 8th over, the score is 29-4-2. Atlantic chasing a total of 191 made by South India. So they get 106 3 runs in 12 overs. With 8 wickets. Powell is in 10, Priyantha is in 8. Powell 10 from 18, Priyantha 8 from 19. The required run rate is 13.6. I know Atlantic is in a bit of trouble because of, you can see Powell always having some problems with his leg.
Hey, come on, Jessa!
That's a wide signal by the umpire.
How many extras?
That should be a catch, but the keeper unable to get his full gloves to it, just touch the tip of his gloves and then fall short of the first slip. That's top edge, went for 6 over the keeper's head. What's up?
Get out of the game, man. Get out of the game. Get out of the game, man. Get out of the game, man.
So after the water break, which is the 10th over, Atlantic is 50 for 2, chasing a total of 191 made by South India. Priyantha is on 22 and Powell on 15. Current run rate is 5 runs per over. The required rate is 14.2. That was a good ball. It was just short of a good length. Powell swings across and misses. It went over the center stumps. That one was hit hard and high over the fence for 6 by Priyantha. Back over the bowler's head. So Priyantha, the captain, realized that you got to get something started. That's a wide signal by the umpire. Need 135 in just 8 overs. Another wide down the leg. That's another one, and it's gone over the boundary for 6. So with 2 6s in the over, the scoring rate should be down just a little. Atlantic is now 65 for 2. Still 127 runs from 8 overs. That was a beautiful catch. That's to dismiss Powell. So Atlantic is in deeper trouble at the moment. Still need 127 runs. Swing and a miss down the leg. That should be a wide signal by the umpire. So while Atlantic is falling behind, score is 71 for 3, chasing 191 for 4 made by South India. Priyantha, who is on 36 from 34. And George Trail, who is in 2 from 4. Still have a current run rate of 5.6. Required run rate is 16, all the way up to 16.7. The current partnership is 7 from 12. So it's the end of the 13th over. The score is 72 for 3. Atlantic chasing 191.
Blessings, sir. Blessings.
Good. So while I have on hand here is Mr. Ian Thomas, a popular name around South Florida. And while I say around South Florida, also in Jamaica, all over Jamaica. You say this name, everyone turns around. Where is he? Where is he? But he's right here today. He's supposed to be playing in the final. I don't know if he make the team. That could be out. No, it's not. It just falls short. And while it falls short, I could say that Atlantic is falling way behind. But they still need 119 runs in the next 6 overs. So, Mr. Thomas, I must ask you about, you got a final will be coming up after this game. What do you think about the result of your final coming up?
Well, first of all, I must say good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the fans, everyone that have joined in here. I just want to thank Mr. Tucker for what he have been doing for the past couple of years. In that, he's been able to bring you guys live cricket, from the lens of his camera. That just tell you the type of person he is. Dedicate his time and effort to just getting you the cricket. And this one, it's one that was dropped. But as we continue here, we just want to say thanks to you, Mr. Tucker, for what you have been doing over the years. And in regards to today's game, viewers, I just want you to know that it's gonna be a very interesting game. In terms of this finals that is going on right now. There's a lot at stake. These cricketers have put in a lot of work, a lot of effort for the entire season, and it comes down to the final game. As you can see, the man, Mr. Pri, is out there, have led this Atlantic team for many years. Being the backbone of the Atlantic team, and South India, very good team. But as it is, seems like South India have a little tighter grip on the trophy. But this is cricket, and we have seen what have happened in T20 cricket, in that in the bliss of an over, things could change. So we're not gonna count them out, but as it is, it looks like South India has a good hold on that. And for the big game coming up this afternoon, as Mr. Tucker would have mentioned, my team, Palm Beach Hurricane, official and original, started out Palm Beach Cricket Club. We have 2 clubs here. Me also, along with Mr. Tucker, used to play, in Palm Beach. And this is right now more like a Palm Beach affair in this finals here. The second team features a lot of players from out of Palm Beach, and with our team just dedicated a Palm Beach team, that is the Palm Beach Hurricane. We've been the champion for the past 2 years, Mr. Tucker. So coming here today, we're definitely coming here with a lot of expectation, not that we're expected to win, but at least to put on a very good performance in terms of, both individually and as a team. These guys been around for a couple of seasons now, and we have gelled together as a team. I've been a long-lasting member of this team for a while. Even though you mentioned you're not sure if I would be in the game today, well, I must say this, I'm not sure myself, because this team is, a very good, solid bunch of youngsters. As you know, we are now growing the lot of grays, so our better days have passed. So now, whatever role I get, I play it to the fullest of my potential. If I am the benchman and I gotta bring some water, I'm definitely gonna bring it out there as fast as possible, because I know dehydration is not a pretty thing. So it doesn't matter which task I get, I definitely gonna perform it to the best of my ability. And I know it's also gonna be a challenge for a captain in just selecting the best 11 from about 18 top cricketers here in South Florida in terms of the Palm Beach Hurricane team. And that's a very good thing in terms of a team. Well bowled here, another wicket down. So excellent bowling here from South India. They definitely seem like they need this trophy more. They're definitely tightening the grip. As we can see, Tucker is giving me George Trail. George Trail, just 4 runs beside his name, and he's back in the pavilion. I've talked to a few of the guys up there, and they pretty much look down. They seems like they have already counted themselves out of this one. But as you can see, Mr. Pri, he's out there and he has 42 behind his name. He's not gonna go down, easy. Even as an individual scorer, he's gonna tough it out. He's gonna play his best cricket. So, as I said, the best team win. But back to the top match for today. The match that everyone wanna come out to see is this match between BCC, and Palm Beach Hurricane. Really, there's a lot here at stake. As I said, this would be our 3rd championship if we do. Definitely BCC, they've been around for a long time. They have won a lot of championship, and Alistair being the captain, and I'm not sure if they changed the captain, but Alistair being the captain for many years, he's definitely not coming here to play rollover cricket, and he has a bunch of good guys, Ricky and Zach, 2 of the standout players that I would have played with a lot. And I know these guys, and these guys are very anxious for victory. They definitely love the spirit of winning. And today it's gonna be no difference between the 2 teams. We're definitely gonna go out there and showcase our best cricket, and whoever win at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, cricket will also be the winner, because we are all here because of this game called cricket. It's a gentleman game, it's a discipline game. And at the end of the day, we just want to come out here and represent well. Represent, if it's just for ourselves, self-gratification. Even though it's a team, you're still playing to see if you could reach your maximum potential. And today, if you put that talent, individual talent together, and you come up with a team, then with a team effort, definitely we're gonna have a big game on here. So Tucker, as I said, this one could go anyway. 2 very good teams that is gonna showcase here today, and may I say, the better team win. Whoever display the best game of cricket out there, they're deserving of the championship.
Well, I could tell you, Mr. Thanks for your comment, and but I could say right now that your team, which is Palm Beach Hurricane, is coming in as a favorite today, and you don't have to really take up ads to see. Your team is coming in as favorite, and as you mentioned that BCC won't be rolling over. They'll be coming to play cricket. So even though Hurricanes is coming in as a favorite, they need to go out and play some good cricket, because as they always say, the ball is round, and because of that, you got to roll that ball, and it's going to stop any side, because it doesn't have a favorite side. So you got to go out and play some good cricket. But whatever it is, I know it's going to be a good day of cricket.
Definitely going to be a very good game of cricket. Whichever team you support today, I will say, it will be a good game, and you're going to be able to take away, not just from your team, but you're going to see performance from other team members, and that's a good thing about this lineup here this afternoon. You know, individually, each team, you know, features good players, and with good players on the field, you're expecting good things to happen. And as I said, nobody's gonna play a roll over. And yes, definitely, the pressure is more on the Palm Beach team. Simple meaning that we're champion. You know, you have spectators, you have supporters who basically expect you to win. You know, and that's a sad thing about being one of the top team, is when you're expected to win. And that is just about life. When you're good at something, it's like everybody expect that every time you go out there, you're supposed to win. But obviously we know that's not how life is. Life is all about challenges and navigating, pivoting, and on the given day, it's the team that have showed that, you know, they want it more. The one that have put in the most effort. It's not about luck anymore. It's about discipline. It's about attitude. It's about bringing that cohesiveness, that team effort, and basically showing up on this particular day to play cricket and play to your best of your ability. So it's gonna be a good game.
And while you're saying that, I must let you know that Atlantic is 91 for 4 after 14, I would say 16 overs, 15 overs, my mistake. They're chasing a total of 191 for 4 made by South India. They're really behind the 8 ball at the moment, but you never say never until. They still got 100 runs in 5 overs. But until the fat ladies sing, then that's when you call it a day. Priyantha is still there, still trying his best. He's on 49 of 41 balls. And Digger Jones is on 1 from 2 balls. So it's the end of the 15 over. Atlantic is 92 for 4. Current run rate is 6.1. Required run rate is a whopping 20. We got a current partnership is 10 from 6. So Priyantha is still there trying to do as much as he can, but I think he needs some help at the other end. You got you got Aniban who bowled 3 over for 17 runs, and Anisar is in both 3 overs for 28.
A beautiful stroke play there. 2 runs, 2 well needed runs, you know, as you can say. They definitely have to go at the bowling at this stage. There is no holding back right now if they're gonna stand any chance of taking this trophy. So we should be expecting some excited cricket to the end here. So a very good single, and with that it shows me that the incoming batsman is willing to just turn over the strike to get Priyantha on strike, since he is the most seasoned of the 2 batsmen. You know, he's been there approaching his half century. So, you know, it's a good turn in that he's been timing the ball pretty well. So let's see what he have up his sleeve. And that's a very good hit there from Pri, and that one is running away into the boundary. So, you know, I would say that was a very good turnover. You know, very good, positive cricket there. You know, the incoming batsman would have just allowed Pri to get the strike. That is Diego Jones. So Pri is now on his 50, and that may be over 100 half century for Pri. Pri ain't playing a long time in South Florida. He's no stranger to getting among the runs getters. So very solid 50 here from Pri. because it's a cheeky single. This one is a close one. Almost got run out there, but yeah, you can see hustling for the extra run. Every run count at this particular stage of the game. So Mr. Tuck, I know you have already have your mark on who's going to take this one, but just give us a quick overview of what you think and what you may believe that went wrong in terms up to this stage of the game. Good hit here from the youngster, hitting this one, pulling it through mid-wicket, 4 runs, so the runs is coming. So as I said, they're not going to roll over and die.
I think what had happened early in the game is that Powell got hurt, and Powell is one of their trump card. And from Powell got early, both 3 overs, and that was it. And these 3 overs was very good, but he were unable to bowl the 4th over. But then the batting was supposed to be where he comes in and make the runs. He's one of their main scorer, and you were unable to take much singles, or I should say take a double. Or you can take singles because you get long singles, but most of the time you can't take 2, and that was the problem, one of the biggest problem with Atlantic today, because chasing 191 made by South India is like Atlantic came out and the scoring rate was very slow because Powell, the bowling was good. Let's not take anything from in South India. But while the bowling was good, Powell could not run singles. So that set them back. And right now, that's why they're in this position.
So from what I'm getting from that is that this team is solidly built around the capabilities of Powell, and we know he's a very good cricketer. He can useful bowler, using the ball, and he's also a very excellent batsman. And if you have followed Powell anyway from Jamaica, playing up in Manchester, he's been a very good cricketer. Been known in Jamaica for his stroke play, and he take the same approach here in the US league. He's a very disciplined cricketer, I must say. I played a few games with him, and he's pretty good. 16 runs today and all of 28 balls. That's not the Powell that we are used to. If he spent 28 minutes at the crease, or if he just faced 28 balls, you're looking at a man who could give you a quick half century. And as Tucker would have said today, he was unable to take the singles, so obviously sometime he would have missed out on getting the second hit. And Pre's going high and hard with this one. It's a good hit from Pre, 6 runs to him. We just wait for the signal of the umpire. So, as I said, Pre was not gonna go under. He's definitely gonna fight right to the end. So it's a good hit there from Pre. He's at least displaying that this Atlantic team still has some depth in it. So a good batting here from Pre. But as we return back to Powell definitely a good cricketer. But I would say if he was not that fit, I would not bat him that early. I probably would have run a gamble with his wicket. And even this youngster, Diego, that is batting right now, I'll probably promote somebody up the order who is young, who can run. Fitness, because today is a game that you're definitely gonna need to be up there with the run rate. So probably having a younger player out there, and save Powell for the latter part. You need the singles, tactical game. Then probably he could still have come out and play a solid inning, still not needing to go for the big hits.
Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work, because it could be a situation where because of the power play in the first 6 overs, then they figure, well, he would come out blazing. But the bowling was real good. So it's like with him out there, can't take no singles, and the bowling is that good, then it set back Atlantic.
All right, guys, I'll say this. And I went to a school, St. Elizabeth Technical High School, one of the best schools there in the island of Jamaica in terms of cricket, producing young cricketers and being able to think the game, that mindset, knowing the game, that was part of it. And I'll tell you this. If you're a team, and I know South India is a team such as that, in that they are able to analyze, both the player and both the team. So they would have done some work. And definitely I don't think they were gonna come out here and let a batsman just take advantage. I know as a bowler, if that a batsman is injured, especially in the legs, you want him to reach for that ball. You're not gonna put anything in that zone. You gotta make him work. Make him feel some pain in getting those runs, those singles. The boundaries. You're not gonna give it to them. And I know. I wasn't here earlier, but definitely I think South India probably have gone with that mindset that, guess what, he's injured, we're going to let him work for every single, and not just work for every single. Nothing was going to be pitched up into his half or into his zone where he could just have a free hit. He got to move the legs. We got to get them working, and I think probably South India had just used that on them, and probably that's the situation. I wasn't here. Could you tell me?
I think that's what happens, because they see Powell comes out and said, okay, I'm not coming up here in a drive. So every ball and the wicket is playing a little
slow.
Not really say slow, but it's keeping low. And there's a spot there, especially bowling from the south side. There's a spot there that some of the ball kept a little low, and then the next one would come to good height. So it's like, I know Priyantha had started out batting where he got quite a few balls, actually hit him on the gloves, because he was hoping that it would keep on a good height and it bounced real high. And then there's one that kept a little low. So it was kind of hard at first, but at the same time, it's the same wicket that South India bat on. So.
All right, so as I know, we've been just coming through, or people still cleaning up, people still facing it, the hurricane. And I didn't want to mention much about my name when Tucker introduced me earlier, as the name now carries significant force. He was saying I was known in Jamaica for the cricket. I was known here because of the cricket and getting myself involved in so much cricket. But really and truly, Ian, I've been destructive lately. I'm just happy that my name is not spelled the same way. My mother had that extra E on mine. So I tell my friends when they call me, say, Ian, why are you behaving so bad? I'm like, no, that's not me. If you take a good look at it. So the Ian that out there creating that stamp is IAN. My Ian is actually EIAN. So I didn't want to make mention of the whole hurricane situation and make you guys think that I was a bad kid before I even came on here and I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, with the hurricane, I know there would have been some water here, so the field is definitely saturated. I was walking around, and right now my shoes, I could feel some wetness in my socks. That's how wet it is on the outer field here. And on the wicket, you would expect some ball to hang, as Tucker was saying. You would say the ball is hanging, and then you're gonna have some of them keeping low, uneven bounce. And that's exactly what happened when you have wicket where the rain have fall earlier, or over a week period, some form of sponginess. And it doesn't matter if you have matting or you have a wicket. The top, just gonna be based on what's happening underneath. So I would have expect what would have happened this morning is that if you have just managed to pitch a good length, then the ball will do the rest. And obviously that's what happened to Powell. And knowing even Priyantha, he is a very good cricketer, and if he was having difficulty playing the ball there earlier, then you can tell that's a situation. But as you said, the first team, they navigated well, and that's about adjustment, is how quickly you adapt to the situation and the condition, because you have to play under it.
Well, one other thing I have to say about today's games, especially the one that you're playing in. Remember now, BCC is playing Palm Beach, Hurricane.
The name alone carry a force.
And Ian will be playing. So
Either
we're
I'm playing,
talking
I'm running
about
around the field here. Something, Hurricane is out here and Ian is out
we're
here.
talking about Ian Hurricane. So I don't care what he said about the spelling or whatever. It's like Ian Hurricane today. BCC seems to be in trouble.
Well, definitely, if it was me, if I have my way, I would blow them away totally.
Well, while we're here just having fun, we are looking to have some good cricket.
Look at the ball, David.
Continue having some good cricket. Right at the moment, Atlantic is really behind the 8 ball. They're still 67 runs short. We got 2 overs to go. They are in the 18th overs at the moment. That's a good shot. Should be 4.
That's a
square
beautiful shot.
square shot. A square cut. All the way on the ground. All the way over to close to the turnpike. Yeah, I see the car in an Uber to get the ball.
Beautiful shot there from Diego. As you probably heard me shouting to him. Just need to watch the ball, time the ball earlier. You could see he just did 2 massive swing, but he was not even looking at the ball or anything. He just swung through the line and misses totally. But that one you could see he kept his eyes on it and he just picked the spot perfectly. 4 runs to him. And this one seems like off the edge of the bat, runs down into the slip garden, which they don't have a third man, so they managed 2 runs here.
So Diego is now 18 of 11 with 3 fours, and Priyantha is 6 of 6 from 50 balls, 4 fours and 5 sixes. So at the end of the 18th over, Atlantic 129, make that 130 for 4, chasing a total of 191 made by South India.
Quite a long way to go for the Atlantic team. A lot of runs to be gotten here, but it's gonna take the Chris Gale type of hit, the Andre Russell type of hit. There's nothing else. You'd have to look for Powell, Ricardo Powell. Those type of savage hits, the Garden Greenwich. Those type of hits is what you need out here. The Master Blaster. You look back to Clyde Lloyd. You need somebody who is strong, or somebody is able to clear the boundary, because exactly that's what they need.
Okay, Ian, I know everyone, especially in Jamaica and in South Florida, know that you go to Stets. Now, we got 2 overs to go, and we got 61 runs.
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Well, guys, in the game called cricket, it is possible. But is it possible with the team we are playing on the field? It may be impossible. So, it all depends, who you have at the wicket. We have seen in international cricket, we have seen 6 per over. I've seen Raheem Cornwall getting over 40 runs out of an over. And the over is not over until you have bowled 6 legal deliveries. So, that's another thing about cricket. So even though it's 2 overs to go, those 2 overs could be 10 balls, plus 2, that is 12 balls, right?
You're thinking,
but then
today
you add some extras in there, wides, no ball, you call it. It could be 18 balls. But it's 6 balls that makes it over, guy. No joke around. And it's 6 legal deliveries. So not that the bowler may run up and bowl 6 balls and you think that's an over. If they're not legal deliveries, well, he'd have to bowl over each delivery until he has a legal delivery for it to add.
Saying that, I was when I was watching the CPL on Friday night, I've seen Gordon bowling the last over. Jamaica Talawa against Barbados, and his first 5 balls was a wide. In the last over, his first 5 ball was a wide.
So you hear that, guys? So that's almost an extra. That's almost an extra over there. If his first ball, 5 balls is a wide, he almost bowled an extra over right away.
Yeah.
So if that happened here and you had the type of cricketer that we know that are very destructive in terms of the way they bat or swing, the Chris Gale, as I said, the Ricardo Powell type of batting, the Andre Russell type of hitting, then it could be a different game. But it's not going to happen here today at all. So if you want to...
So with 8 balls to go, we still got 60 runs.
Impossible. So it's an impossible task if you ask me, with this team and who is at the wicket. But guess what? It was still a good fight. Not a wicket down. Basically, we can call it over for Atlantic. Well played, South India. They deserve this win. They came out here and they displayed excellent cricket. They managed to contain the danger man, as you said, although he had an injury. And then Priyantha, he came out here. He played his game, but that was not enough.
So with Diego Jones on 17 from 12. That's very good, but not good enough at this moment.
Well, as I was saying earlier, this guy, Diego Jones, probably if they had used him instead of Powell up front, they probably could have pulled off a spectacular game if he would be able to stay at the wicket, because he's striking over 150 in terms of strike rate. That's the type of cricket that you wanted up there in the earlier part, and then you could have sent Powell down in the middle where you may just need a run a ball. He could still be able to do that, without batting under any sort of pressure. So I think they may have made just that little mistake by still knowing that he was injured and putting him up front.
So with 8 balls to go, you got
another wicket.
Goodwin, who is I just bowled 1.5 overs so far, 14 runs and 3 wickets.
Excellent piece of bowling here at the very depth of the inning. That show you a type of cricket that South India came out here to play. Right at this point, they could have actually chosen anybody to throw the ball to, but they realized they're still having their better bowlers coming at the end here and still keeping on the pressure, even though it's very challenging and it's a very difficult task for any team or anyone to achieve. With needing over 30 runs and over, that's definitely a tough task unless you have some luck on your side, which luck doesn't play in cricket. It's all about work and effort and putting in the work, playing according to the delivery that you've been faced. You got it's a lot. It's no luck involved. So that was basically a big task. But on this ground with these cricketers, it's not possible.
You see, on a field like this, with India making 191 in the condition that the field was this morning, on a regular day it would be like 250. And with Atlantic taking second strike, they look at the scoreboard. As I said, they have a scoreboard pressure, and making 191. It was, I think they look at it from the start and said, let's just go out and have some fun and forget about the total, because
yeah, definitely it was a big asking to get 190 plus runs, and it's always gonna be a tough challenge from ball one. In that from ball one, you definitely have to go out there and start accumulating those runs and taking the extra singles. And if they weren't able to do that up front, then definitely it's gonna be even more difficult down at the end here. So we just wanna say good cricket by South India. Excellent teamwork, a good effort, and well played also by Atlantic. Both teams had made this that far to the final, and as you can see, it was a very good game, and still is a good game because we still have a over to be bowled, but the runs is forget it.
And as you can hear in the background is Brian McKenzie making all that noise. But welcome to you, Brian. How you doing?
Definitely, sir. I'm happy to be here today.
This is a big hit, a mighty, massive hit, and this one is gone for 6. And as I said, this young man probably should have been the dream ticket for them. He should have probably batted earlier in the inning. This Diego, he's really hitting hitting the ball, timing it pretty well. So having Powell up front, I think, was their mistake. You know. Old all over, beautiful delivery. So after hitting him for a massive 6, the bowler definitely went back to his marker, thought about it, and said, guess what? I probably have just put that just too much in his drive, you know, too much right up in the black hole would have been the perfect delivery, but that was just in his taking, and he had hit him for 6. At this time, he decided to, you know, take a little bit off the length, and looks like it was a slower ball, and he was beaten all over. So Diego is back in the stand, and as I said, good game of cricket. Well done, South India. Well played, Atlantic. You know, you guys deserve it all. You made it this far, you know. But as I said, it's only one trophy, one champion, and it's gonna be South India.
Coming up very soon, it should be in about 10 minutes, even though we got four balls to go, 2 wickets. The next game will be Palm Beach Hurricanes up against BCC, or should I put it the other way, BCC up against Palm Beach Hurricanes, vice versa, it doesn't matter. It's like it's going to be a good game, and we're looking forward for that game coming up in a short while.
Alright guys, I'll just say to you, you know, I believe in the commentary box, but I just say stick to your channel, and if you're able to come on down here on Sample Road, come and watch this game live colors, you know, it would be good. It's gonna be a good display of cricket. As they were saying, it's all pink, you know, but it's not total pink. But BCG CC is featuring a little bit of the pink. We're total pink today, so it's gonna be live colors. Come on over, come and enjoy a good game of cricket, and whoever you support, you're gonna have a very good game. So thank you guys, and thank you for following Mr. Elton Tucker, who have been doing a very good job at what he does best, and this is bringing you cricket straight from South Florida. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ian Thomas. Couldn't say it any better. Ian. Later. Ian, later. So that's the end of the 20 overs, and it's a win for South India. And just to give you a rundown of it, South India would made 191 for 4 in their 20 overs. Atlantic CC end up with 140 for 8 in their 20 overs. So South India you got Powell got 16, Stefan 0, Tom Bevington 1, Priyantha 66. Good knock from Priyantha, 66 from 51 balls. George Trail 4, Diego Jones 23, Ravel North, Adrian Trail North, Leonard 1, and Andrew Ashman 2 not out. Leonard Trail 1 not out, and Andrew Ashman 2 not out. You got 28 extras, make it to a total of 141 for 8 in their 20 overs. South India bowling, you got Jason 3 overs, no maiden, 9 runs, 1 wicket. Shah 4 overs, 15 runs, 1 wicket. Anasar 4 overs, 36 runs, 1 wicket. Anaban 4 overs, 30 runs, 1 wicket. Brito 3 overs, 29 runs, 1 wicket. Goodwin 2 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets. And so on the batting for South India, you got Edwin 13, Abhilash 57, Sojo 40, Anasar 40, Rachapi 0, and Jason 1. Extras 20, a total of 191 for 4. So South India came out on top. South India came out on top, beating Atlantic, who made South India 191 for 4, Atlantic 141 for 8. South India won by 50 runs. Congratulations to South India. Up next, we got Palm Beach Hurricanes going against BCC. Stay tuned. It's promised to be a good game. Thanks for watching.